Good evening, this is Grillenheimer. Whoa. This is kind of the reveal for these guys. And I got a couple of mistakes, but I'm just going to let these go like they are. The first one, as I teased before, was Astrite. I wrote the old name on there, and I came up with Satilicons, and which I liked a lot better. Just the metering on the word, the syllables, and everything. I didn't like the previous name. This sounded a little too much like Prytron, or Pyrrhicons. I guess that would have been okay too, but I ended up settling on Satilicons. And I will admit, I was expecting to make more ideas up here, and one's a little just left open. But the dish-looking symbol is what that's supposed to be. It's, their symbol for, oh crap, I don't think I finished that on the big guy on the combined mode. But anyway, let's just move on. Now this, let's go back to Astrite. This one is smooth. This one is smooth. 3 attack, 6 health, 2 defense. I started coloring it in, and I was using, I think he's the one with the last colored pencil, and then I just started using marker. When this attacks, pierce 2, and scrap a card from your hand. So you have a minimum of attack of at least 2, even though its main attack is 3, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It was the first one I did. I don't remember doing that. Been working on these for a while. I might fix this one too, now that I look at that. But anyway, and the next one is Condor. He's the leader, and I don't have a lot of space on here, and I'm using the wrong pins and everything. That's supposed to be the leader symbol. It really isn't. Satilicon, there's the dish. Range. And then, that's another mistake I did with this guy. As I started doing this side first, I did the robot mode, and I'm like, oh, that looks really good, and went over here and did the ship, and then I realized these are supposed to be flipped. So, the ship is supposed to be on the left side, the bot's supposed to be on the right side, and I'm thinking, well, heck, these are just mine. It doesn't really matter, as long as he's transformed. He'll start in that mode anyway, his alt mode. Yeah, I came up with his pretty interesting, looking at his bio that I made. He's basically always having shield on. In battle, never takes more than 4 attack. So his defense is 4. Any attack against him cannot go over 4. Even though his attack is very low at only 1. For his bot mode, his alt mode, 0 attack, 2 defense. He has 9 health. It's really hard to see. It's 9. He has Brave, but it does not cover the entire team. It only is for Astrite only. Astrite is the smallest character, and if you even see down here, he's only a 4-star character, despite how much stats I gave him. And so Condor actually is a 6-star character with Brave only to Astrite. Whether Condor is tapped or untapped, or direct or non-attack, it will all go on him instead of Astrite, which is kind of a good thing, considering there's a difference of 3 in their health. Astrite has a much stronger attack than Condor does. And I just noticed that just now. Some of this stuff I didn't plan. It just sort of happened that way. Let's keep moving on. here's Spinster. He's my range guy. Kept him simple and stupid. Now, oh my back. Now I wanted to do it this way because you can see this is raised. I glued this on here. I had something else on there, and I realized what I wrote was when you flip to this, and I realized you can't flip to this form because his other form is combined. He doesn't have a third form or a ship form or anything. I couldn't find any whiteout, so I'm like, what the heck? Like this is in mass production or anything. So I just glued a piece of another card. When an enemy aircraft attacks, do 2 attack to it. He's a 5-star character with, pretty low at 8, but his defense and attack is actually not that bad for a 5-star character. Oh, come on. There he goes. And when I mean aircraft that can be a ship, a spacecraft, a hovercraft, or even a plane. It can be anything that flies in the air, because these are supposed to be, sharpshooters, and he is range, and he is the right foot or left foot from their vantage. And here's the last one. Here's Fratellis. Blinding acrobat. Yeah. Oh. Let's go back to Condor. I have him as an orbiter because if you remember the bio from my previous video, that he can orbit around a planet and protect them all as well. And that makes him, a ship that's, looks more like a person or something, but it's the ship symbol. So anyway, let's just keep going. It's after midnight. I want to go to bed. And I messed up the word, and I just whatever. And so I just left it. But I've never seen a Hasbro Wizard of the Coast character do this. He's both a ranged character and a specialist. I thought out of my 4 guys, I wanted a specialist at least. But they're all sharpshooters. So, and that's right. I failed to mention this with Condor. He's range in bot form, but a specialist in ship form. So, and Fratellis sort of reflects that also. But, and let's see here. He's got 4 attack, 8 health. Maybe it's an L. 2 defense. When you flip, two blues attack +1 to all enemies you are not attacking. So they can be tapped or untapped. You flip 2 blues in addition to whatever you're doing, you can get a cheap hit on the rest of your enemy's team. Alright, we're going to finish this up. He's a foot. He's a foot. And as you can see, this is raised up again. There's a story behind that. He's a foot. This may not line up. Whoa, this is getting big. And this is how I did this. He's bigger than... he's big. He's not a 5 character big, but he's big. There you go. And I left the name Prytron. And let's. Wow, that doesn't look too bad, does it? Okay. Satellicons. Oh well. And there's his range. I also have him as a satellite because it is a satellite. And I gave him range. I don't know why, but satellites have ranges, I guess. let's see, going down, there's Soundwave, just like I promised. And I just sort of pulled him out of the air just because he's such a blocky character, you know, and you know, most Transformer fans are very familiar with Soundwave. I came very close to trying to draw a little, I almost said Condor, that would have been lazy eyebrow reviewer, thank you so much, like a little laser beak on his shoulder, but I didn't. Let's keep going down to the Christmas feet. The red and green legs and feet here. Now I finished this and it hadn't been colored yet, and I realized, crap, I didn't draw this on here. So this is glued on here, and I can feel the ridge there, you know, if we get close a little bit. And I don't have room to just write out combined form on there like all the rest of them. And again, just like I did with Humana, Stridor, I tried to look at some of the other attacks and everything. So I gave him, just being, you know, a big standing foot satellite thing, he probably should have more defense than that, but I gave him 1 defense, 6 attack, which is less than Prytron and I think Minosaur. Let's see. Alright, Prytron has an attack of 7. Superion has an attack of 6, I believe. Optimus Maximus has an attack of 9. And Dreadwing has an attack of 7. So, you know, he's, you know, 4 characters, not 2. So, I'm so sorry. It is spring. Easter is Resurrection Sunday is just around the corner. Everything is in bloom. We've had storms. There's just, it's everywhere. I'm not sick. I just can't breathe. But yeah, I added up all their stars, and he comes to 19 stars in total. So if you wanted a 5 or 6 star character, you could add that in with this team. His total is 31 health. So I gave him Bold 2 and Pierce 4. So, you know, if this fails against whatever, he will at least have a minimum of an attack of 4. When he defends, play an action card. I think I've seen that before, but maybe it's coming in Wave 3. Maybe it's in some of the rare Wave 2 characters that I don't have. I can't remember. I've seen a lot of videos about how characters or battle cards can sort of break the game, so to speak. Well, you know, just keep playing action cards or whatnot. But I thought that was a good play. I was really trying to come up with a way I could make this guy unique, but without being too powerful. And I thought, you know, I had the other guys with some of their stuff, so I thought, I'll just make it easy instead of trying to come up with something strange, new, or anything like that. So when this big guy defends, you get to draw an extra action card. So if you have, oh gosh, I can't remember all these things. I don't get to play this game much like all y'all do, and I've been working on this stuff instead of playing the game. You know, an action card that has an attack, boom, you can attack when you're defending. So, and I guess in a way the attack would have to come first, and then you would play your action card to attack back if you're not eventually killed off. If you're killed, you can't play that action card. So the attack of your enemy or your opponent would come first. So, and as you can see, whoa, I'm so sorry. I kind of did everything backwards. Actually, in retrospect to the drawings I found, and this is the only shading I did on the whole creature, on the whole is, golly, my finger looks really weird. It was right here on the feet. That was the only 3D effect I wanted. Is how no, these guys I actually did fill in the notebook. It was the other ones, the Cronus individuals, where only I colored in the outline. And so I did the outlines here, so I'm not trying to read this inside colors. And this is purple for Decepticon, and instead of what Hasbro did, I kind of flip-flopped it, you know. So there you go. There's Prytron. Thanks for watching.